Virgos. They are not just overthinkers, they are detail processors. They observe life in layers while others experience moments. Virgo analyzes moments. They notice tone, timing, behavior shifts, patterns, and emotional inconsistencies that most people completely miss. Virgos are structured, thoughtful, intelligent, and internally critical. They are not naturally chaotic emotionally. They prefer clarity, order, and understanding. If something doesn't make sense, they will not rest until it does. In relationship, Virgos expresses love through action, not excessive words. They show care by fixing problems, giving advice, remembering detail, and making your life easier. But because they are not overly expressive emotionally, they are often misunderstood as cold or distant. But the truth is, Virgos feel deeply, but they just process it first internally. One of their biggest emotional patterns is analysis paralysis. They replay conversations, they rethink their decisions, and they constantly question themselves. Even when things are fine, their mind may still search for what could go wrong. Their emotional trigger is inconsistency, missed signals, unclear communication, and unpredictable behavior affects them deeply. Not because they are controlling, but because they really rely on logic and patterns to feel safe emotionally. When it comes to relationship, Virgo can become withdrawn when hurt. They don't always react immediately. Instead, they observe quietly. They reassess everything and slowly detach when something feels unstable. They rarely explode emotionally, they retreat mentally. In shadow expression, Virgos can become overly self-critical, emotionally closed off, perfection-driven, or internally stressed. They can overanalyze themselves just as much as they analyze others. And this creates emotional pressure for them. Spiritually, Virgo is highly sensitive to energy environments, chaos, disorders, and emotional instability drains them quickly. They function best in calm, structured, and emotionally honest space. Their spiritual gift is refinement. They naturally see what needs to be healed, corrected, or improved in people, environments, and situations. But their biggest struggle is self-pressure. They often hold themselves to standards they would never demand from others. And what works spiritually for Virgo is grounding practices, emotional decluttering, structured routines, and affirmation that reduces self-criticism and restores self-trust. Their healing begins when they stop trying to mentally perfect everything and start allowing life to be emotionally imperfect. A balanced Virgo becomes deeply loyal, emotionally intelligent, reliable, and incredibly nurturing in a practical way. But an unbalanced Virgo becomes mentally overwhelmed, overly critical, emotionally tense, and stuck in their own thoughts instead of experiencing peace. So, are you a balanced Virgo or an imbalanced one?